Hello. I'm very, very late, as Shaq says. I will just tweet out that I'm live. Let me just tweet it out. Just give me a sec. Proper late. I'll just wait for some people to get in. Robbie says late obsession. Shaq says very late obsession. Let's see who's retweeted it. Earphone falling out there. Just get in the chat. I've not done one of these for about how long is it now? About a month. So I'm very rusty. The reason why I'm late is because I've just done a driving lesson. I forgot all about it yesterday. I forgot all about it. Nice holiday. Yeah, I wanted this. Wanted this background. Obviously, it's still quite pixelated. I'm still looking for like lights and stuff like that or whatever. But I wanted this background. Obviously, we've got like the Old Trafford background for the football podcast, but then for these like sort of podcasts / Q&As, whatever, I wanted this for like a chill vibe in it. And this is sort of like somewhere ideal where I'd love to go, like Jamaica or Barbados or Dominican Republic, Dubai, etc. I'd love to go these places. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I've been the typical Benidorm, Alicante, fucking Mallorca. I've been to Estepona at a villa in Spain, but obviously I want to go somewhere where it's like it actually looks like where it says on the brochures, which is very, very, very rare. But I've got an interesting story to tell you. So the person who's going to be on the podcast, I'm not sure what time it's going to be. It's either going to be 4:00, 1:00, or 2:00 on Tuesday. The person who's going to be on, and I've spoke about him before to you, Shaq, he's my mum's partner. And I'm very close to him. I've been very close to him for many years. So he used to work for Thomas Cook Sport. If you guys don't know what that is, Thomas Cook was an airline that did exist in the UK. It went bust for about a few years ago now. However, he used to work for Thomas Cook Sport for City. He's met he stopped in 2009 due to like health issues. Something like seriously bad happened, but he met all the players at the time, got signatures. I think he's got Balotelli's signature, etc. He's also been in a film. I don't know if you know what it's anyone who's watching, called There's Only One Jimmy Grimble, about a City fan and ends up becoming a player that plays something like that. I've watched it many times, just not watched it recently, so I can't recall exactly how to describe it. However, he was an extra in that. It's going to be interesting. Sean says, look at Twitter, bro. One sec. I'll look at Twitter now. It's not right. All right. Yeah, you got it. Oh, cheers for that. Cheers for that, mate. I've just, I've just shared it myself. I've lost about 20 followers in the past 2 days, which isn't great. But to be fair, I did do like an unfollow spree. I've not done one of these, so I'm going to be a bit rusty. Yeah, but just get your questions in. I did receive a nice message, two nice messages actually, saying after the stream the other day that I made these people smile. Bernice Bishop, Varta. Wait, what? Are you a bot or something? If you're not, I don't really understand what you're saying. I'm not sure if you're a bot or not. Hold on. Yeah, just get your questions in or whatever. Start a conversation. But yeah, I went to the United match last night, and yeah, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it as half a joke and half not. In a way, I regret going. I loved seeing the youngsters, but it was so damn cold. I was like, oh, it's so cold. Honestly, this winter so far is the coldest winter of my life so far. And me and my uncle have got a running joke at the moment where I keep saying it, and he keeps saying it's only been cold for a week or two. But honestly, it's awful. It's awful. And then we've got this Storm Barra going on. Oh, it's something that we can be dealing without this winter. It's fucking awful, man. I was just saying to my driving instructor, it's dark. It feels like it's like 7 p.m. Fucking 4:30. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like it's 4:30. Thursday night, I was going to watch the Spurs game as well. So obviously it would have been on tonight, and I don't think it's guaranteed that they qualify, but the players have got COVID, haven't they? I think there's like 12 or 13 of the players. So I wouldn't have. I would have fingered. I would have watched it, but it's not on. Weather is crazy for sure. For sure. Like obviously, I've not been in London recently, so I don't know how it is in London, but I assume it's very similar. It's absolutely freezing, man. Absolutely freezing. Oh, I look so pixelated; it's winding me up. Yeah, it's actually winding me up. But so right, I've got a private Twitter account now, so all sorts of fucking madness goes on there. Yeah, my private Twitter account. You can request it, but if I accept or not is whether I trust you or not. That's my private Twitter account. I just put it in the chat there. I think I've got 47 followers so far. Hold on, let me retweet that. Well, it actually does look good on the screen then. So Sean tweeted me that. Oh, it's not going to look right because it's very, very pixelated. It's going to jump in a bath. Have a good bath, mate. Have a good bath. I'll watch, but no typing. All right, cheers. Cheers for getting in the chat though. Oh yeah, obviously the play that you at Bellingham, he's in some sort of like he's being investigated for comments he made about the ref or something in it. Yeah, it's been a bit crazy. Football's actually been a bit crazy. So we've got obviously Ranić, who obviously like I've given my opinion on him on the football podcast, but I'll give my opinion on him in a more chilled vibe here and say it's obviously going to take time for tactics, mood, style to be implemented for him and the coaches to get used to the players, for the players to get used to him and the coaches, etc. There was an instant sort of very clear impact for the first half an hour, first half even against Palace. Paid a fine, but the ref was previously involved in match fixing, so it makes sense. Oh yeah, because he said something about there was match fixing, but the ref shouldn't be refereeing professional football matches if he was previously involved in match fixing. Surely, that doesn't make sense to me. That not at all. I'll let you guys know. Hold on. I'll let you guys know of any more guests that I get in the podcast. So at the moment, the latest sort of thing on the Fabrizio Romano front is I received an email. It's my pinned tweet on my normal Twitter as well. He said, "Hello, mate. We can talk at the end of the month and plan for January. Thanks, Fabrizio Romano. I'm hoping to get him on once. I'm getting him on once guaranteed, but I'm hoping to get him on twice. That depends on whether I have sort of time and money, etc., to be able to get him on. But it would be great. But I was looking at my channel. I almost deeped it like I did deep it the other day, and I was deeping it in my driving lesson as well because I do speak to my driving instructor about things, as I mentioned him quite a few times. Obviously, I'm learning to drive, but I also speak to him about things, and he loves football as well. But I was saying I find it crazy that a 19-year-old lad who, for me, with ADHD and all these other sorts of mad thoughts as Donny, so you'll see him on my private Twitter, Amani, is some mad things like unbelievable thoughts, unbelievable things that have happened, etc. Has had like 20,000 views in like 6 or 7 months. It's unbelievable. I hope you're all right, Amani. I have a test in 30 minutes, so I'll watch that. All right, mate. Good luck for your test, and try to hope you do as well as possible. Obviously, don't stress yourself out to the point of meltdown, which is always my advice to people with tests. But good luck. Good luck. But that was my point. I was speaking to someone about this the other day, something similar. To do, I think it was to do with GCSEs. I think it was my cousin Ryan. And I was speaking to him. He didn't do GCSEs for a reason that I'm not going to get into. However, there was a thing where people stress what I seen at school, and this isn't like just aimed at you. I've just got this on the screen because of my sort of opinion on exams and how prepared people are for exams, etc. Now, I didn't revise personally. I did revise. However, I didn't revise much. I and I weren't really interested. I'm going to be honest, I weren't really interested at the time. I wanted to. I don't know. I had health issues at the time. There was other stuff going on at the time, so I was just sort of weren't interested. But for people who do want to do well in exams, my sort of stance is don't stress yourself out to the point of meltdown. Now, I didn't do too well in exams. However, to sort of, I've seen so many people stress themselves out and crying and stuff like that, which I know it isn't their fault. It's the pressure, the immense amount of pressure that's put on them by school and college and whatever else. It's an unbelievable amount of pressure, and it's not their fault that they're under that pressure. Do you know what I mean? And maybe they're even put under pressure at home to do well as well. We don't know people's home lives, etc. But for me, my advice is obviously revise. Don't make the mistakes I did. Although, would I class them as mistakes? I don't know at this point. However, don't stress yourself out to the point of meltdown. Do an hour or two a day at maximum. Don't stay up all night, which I know some people have done. I know some people who actually have done. Well, I just had a random thought about something. Don't give a shit lot about things. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I bet you're happy that your guy Donny's been getting some game time. Obviously, he didn't do too well. He didn't start too well in the Palace game. As he didn't start under Ranić, so he got a few minutes, and then he got the game yesterday. A missing test due to COVID. Hello, how are you today? I'm good, mate. I'm going to be honest. I've had quite a few late nights as of late. And when I say late nights, I mean not going to sleep till around 5 or 6 a.m. I had a very early night the other night. I mean, when I say early night, I mean 9 p.m. and you especially, as I know you have my notifications on Twitter, and Armani sees me, and I'm always in the group chat with him, and Shaq knows as I'm in the group chat a lot, that me, I don't go bed till very late normally. I went bed at 9 p.m. because I just felt absolutely fucked the other night, and I woke up at I think it was 4 or 5 a.m. Maybe even just before 5 a.m. or something like that, and I had bad anxiety, and I don't know why. I just woke up with anxiety and I couldn't get back to sleep, so that annoyed me. So I went to sleep at around midnight last night. So I got home around 10 o'clock, went to sleep around midnight, and I woke up at 12. So that's 12 hours sleep. Yeah, I still feel quite tired. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm good in general. Just had a good driving lesson. He said if I keep my concentration, I'll get there. How are you, mate? Thank you for asking how I am. And thank you for getting in the chat to you guys there. I assume that person that who was it? Benice Bishop was a bot. I'm assuming. Make sure you leave a like on the stream as well. Is Mo Ibrahim reliable? From what I know, yeah, I did a stream with him a few weeks ago, and he was saying he was sort of giving them the information of the process of how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was sacked and the process of how that happened, sort of behind the scenes. What I would say on Mo is, and you can screen record this and ask him. I don't know whether you are him or what, but you can screen record this and show him. He's always from my down points when I've been feeling down, to my very up points when, for example, when I had the Fabrizio Romano interview, or even at let's say 1, 2 a.m. when I'm tweeting and I feel on top of the world. He supports me through everything, all that. He retweets my stuff. He does all that. So I will always support him. That's just my personal stance on Mo. And to me, he's got quite a few things right as well. So I would say he's reliable. But again, he supported me through everything. So I'll support him through everything. And that's the way that is. Yo, I hope you're all right, Alan. How's your day been, mate? I do realize, by the way, I speak very fast paced. This is to do with, I think it's to do with my ADHD. I think it's subconsciously I'm rushing to say something in case I forget, because I do forget quite a lot. I'll be speaking and then I'll sort of take a long pause and think that I forgot what I was going to say, and then try and remember, which you'll probably notice in this video, in many other videos. So obviously, or I'll changing what I was saying, and it seems sort of like it's not flowed properly. I do need to try and improve on that in front of camera. My day is good. That's good, mate. That's good. Do you think Rangnick worked? Do you think because Rangnick worked, in January? I think so. Yeah, especially with Red Bull. He worked with RB Leipzig, weren't it? And I'm sure he worked for Salzburg as well, but like very briefly. I might be wrong in that though. If someone wants to correct me or whatever in that, I might be wrong. But surely it will. We've been linked with I'm not sure of his first name, but I know Haidara. I don't know whether he'd be the perfect player. Again, I've not seen much of Haidara at all. But I think it certainly will influence his transfer window. I think we're going to be after Erling Haaland, which for me, I was just discussing this as well. I don't think it will be a good move to get Haaland for a few reasons. Reason number one is his agent. Him and his like Pogba and his agent just don't shut up. Pogba's injured currently, and his agent's still him and his agent are still in the media. Like, just be quiet, man. That's one reason. Raiola's just a pain in the ass. Second reason is we've currently got as forwards who can play in that striker position and develop as well. We've got Ronaldo, obviously. We've got Mason Greenwood, who can become one of our best ever number 9s ever. We've got Charlie Savage, who made his debut yesterday. Very proud moment for Robbie Savage on commentary. We've got Zidane Iqbal again. I don't know much about him, but the first British Asian player to make his debut for Man United, which is amazing. I have got cousins who I might try and get on the podcast at some point. They don't watch that much football, but one of my cousins has started watching some more football. I might try and get him on my podcast at some point. When he's not out or whatever, he's out an awful lot. And I say to him, I don't know how you're out in this weather, mate. It's fucking freezing. Not in this weather that's behind me right now. I wish I was there right now, mate. I wish I was there. I've got a fucking green screen. There's you can see there. I've just shook my chair. But on a real note, I don't think we need Haaland, although I think we will go for him. So again, I've gone off topic there, but what I'm trying to say is it will influence his transfer window in January, and then in the next 2 years in the consultancy role as well. I'm a pretty big fan of Marcelo Gallardo at River Plate. Would love to see him in the Prem. Do you know much about him? I've heard of his name, but again, I don't know much about him. I know people were calling for United to go for him. I only seen a very small amount of people saying that, but I did see people saying that. Hold on. Gavin says, unfortunately, I can't join you as my son is there. I'll catch you later this evening. No, hope you have a good stream. I've just liked that. I appreciate that. When you see this, Gavin, I've just seen that on 18 minutes through the stream. I appreciate that, and I hope you've had a good afternoon, etc. Gavin's the one who came on the podcast the other week. Was it last Tuesday? Because we had Baz on this week, who we were going to do for the Leicester game when we lost 4-2, but it just didn't happen for one reason or another. Yeah, so I am trying. One person who would love to get on the podcast, by the way, if you guys want to spam him on Twitter or whatever, is Vintage Reds. Don't actually spam him. But I've been looking at his tweets a lot over the past few months, and he seems like number one, a very funny guy, and number two, a very positive guy. And he swears a lot as well, like me. But on a real note, he seems like a a top lad, top bloke. So I would love to get him on the podcast. I'm not sure whether that's possible though. My uncle sort of gave me some advice when he said, when I do another interview with Romano, try and get a few big people on and contact a few big people just a few days after that, as that's when sort of quite a bit more attention than what is currently around me will be around me, and more positive attention, I guess. So I will try and do that. Rayan says, yes, bro, what inspired you to start a footy channel? Well, I wouldn't. So it's obviously going to be quite a long-winded answer this, and move into some more conversation as well. But I would say a various amount of things inspired me. You've got the two big channels that inspired me, and then you've got sort of this. I was planning to do the channel anyway before the Super League, I was planning to do it. I think May the 26th, I had a project due for college, which I was going to upload on YouTube for the project, and that'd be my first episode. However, the Super League came about, and I thought, let's do that as my first episode. Now, you watch that and you say, "Oh, I'm scared of like fucking up on YouTube." Oh, you can't hear me, you can barely see me. It was recorded on my phone with a phone stand. The microphone wasn't turned up. There was so many errors with it. It took 9 hours to render on my laptop. Obviously, I've now spent around £2,000 on all of this setup. I've got the camera, I've got the monitor, I've got the mic, I've obviously got the keyboard, the mouse, the light, the computer, etc. Sort of, and then the desk, etc. So I've obviously spent quite a bit on the channel alone. But I would say what pushed me to do my first video was the Super League, to express my opinions. Now, what motivates me now is I feel like I want to make people like, and it's gonna sound like such a cliche, or oh, he wants to do this, but like I want to make people smile. Like honestly, like sometimes I'll come off a YouTube video or a stream, and not just like football streams, just streams in general, and think, fucking hell, like I'm drained after hearing that or watching that. This is the reason why I like to do these Q&As. And I was speaking about this with my mum before, actually. And as you know, I'm quite an open book in especially these Q&As. So what I really want to do, what I feel like is best for me, and the route that I want to take my channel forward in, is I want to let people in on not just me as who I like football. Obviously, I love football, etc. And speaking about football, but I also want to let people in on the real person of me, and not just like, oh, I'm recording a video or I'm live streaming in front of camera. I've got to orchestrate a different personality, and then I'm a different personality in real life. This is me in real life. If I'm having a normal conversation with my family, obviously I'm not constantly speaking. I'm letting other people speak, etc. There's conversations flowing about different things. Normally arguments or gossiping when it comes to my fucking family. But I suppose to answer the question, I just want to make people smile. But again, I've just muted. No, I haven't. Again, it's a situation where I feel like a lot of YouTubers, and I'm not just talking about football YouTubers. Again, I'm talking about the massive YouTubers. When I'm saying, fucking hell, he is. When I'm saying he's rich, I mean he is rich. He's got mills in the bank, like mills, mate. And the robots, they just upload videos, can like subreddit videos, for example, or they just do this and do that, and orchestrate a personality in front of camera. Now, I would never do that. I couldn't do that myself, because probably my ADHD wouldn't allow me, first of all. But also, second of all, I feel like a lot of people, these Q&A seem to do well, and I noticed that in the first place. And I've spoke to Gavin, who was on the podcast, for example, and again, I love letting people in on the real me, on the real sort of day-to-day things that I do. Like you'll see my tweets, it's not just football tweets. I'll tweet about anything. I'll tweet about him making a cup of tea if I want to. Do you know what I mean? That's me. That's my random thoughts. Do you know what I mean? I hope that answered your question in a very long-winded way, Rayan. I hope you're having a good day as well. I did speak to you in DMs the other day. Yeah, you even said that to me. You want to make people smile. What would you suggest to people wanting to start a podcast / football YouTube channel? So, right. So there's obviously, again, this is going to be, let me move my camera down just a little bit there. This is going to be obviously be a very sort of long-winded answer again. Now, what would I suggest to people wanting to do it in the first place? Very first video, just do it with your phone. For me, I wanted to sort of go a more professional route, because I was dreaming of stuff like touching shoulders with the likes of Fabrizio Romano, hypothetically, obviously, metaphorically, in a sense of doing a video with him, which I did, and getting the likes of I had MUFC Red Army, which is Alexi on my channel, who has like 27,000 followers, or did when I last checked. It was like like 2 weeks ago when I last seen. I had Wesley on the channel, who has an Instagram account with 300,000 followers. So what I would suggest is, like obviously you're on Twitter a lot, interact with a lot of people on Twitter. Again, as you know, I like to relate a lot of stuff to the situations that I've been in. So I would say with me, in a way, I was a very lucky sort of. I started in a very lucky way because there was a lot of attention around football from people who just don't even generally like football. So the Super League, when the Super League happened and the protests were happening, I had my nana phoning me up and saying people are on a pitch at Old Trafford and this, that, and the other, and this protest at Old Trafford, and United are trying to leave the Premiership and stuff like that. So obviously there was a lot of attention around football. So I got a lot of it, sort of interacting with a lot of people on Twitter. But as you say, to people starting, my advice, and again, I'm not one to be saying, oh, I get the most amount of views, I get this, that, and the other. I don't, obviously. And it's still quite early days at this point. We're only, 7 months in, 8 months in at this point. So what I would suggest is be patient with it. Right now, I've got a goal of what I'm working towards, 4,000 watch hours, and we're on 700 currently, which I still find crazy every single time I say it. Your main motivation has got to be making people smile. This, again, I watch YouTube. Well, I did watch YouTubers. I've stopped now because I feel like the sort of the group of YouTubers that I liked, I've sort of gone in a route which I don't really enjoy the content that they make, and I prefer watching Netflix now. So do it to make people smile, and don't expect results sort of consistently again and again and again straight away. Again, I'm getting, I would say on average, around 70 views per video, which for me isn't bad. If I make fucking 10 people smile, one person smiles, for example, that's and I get a message about that, which I've got several, especially over the past few weeks, I've got quite a few messages about that, and I love that. I really do love that. But like for me, it would just be, again, if you need links to the setup, etc., if you've got money for that, I'll give you links to the setup that I've got, which again, it's not an ideal setup. I'm literally sat in my bedroom on a chair, which there's barely any room towards my bed. You've seen before I had the green screen, there's barely any room. You know what I mean? If I turn there, there's barely any room at all. But the setup is quite a small and cute little setup, if you would like to call it that. But what I would suggest is to be patient with it. You're not going to have confidence in front of camera instantly. You're just not. I didn't. I was quite shy. I tried to hide. Like the one of the first, I think the second video, I had like sort of a polar neck on, and I tried to sort of put it over my nose, and I was very like not confident in front of camera. But now I was being me in front of camera. Do you know what I mean? But just be you, Robbie. That is my advice. Liverpool or Aston Villa to win? Neither, Jaden. Neither. I'd say if they were playing each other, I'd hope for a draw. I really do. I do really enjoy watching these streams. Not many streams I enjoy, but I try to tune in as much as possible, and people around your community talk a lot of sense. So keep it up, mate. Thank you, TA, mate. Honestly, like that means a lot. Like it does. Again, like a lot of what I've tried to build my community around is people accepting me and accepting the channel. It is me. Do you know what I mean? This is me. And again, I think people like the fact that I'm quite an open book. I'll speak about pretty much whatever. There's some things where obviously I'm not going to speak about. Some things on my private account, which I've tweeted, for example, where I'm like, I would never say that on YouTube. And it's not even like offensive thing. It's just absolutely mad things, like just unbelievable thoughts. Do you know what I mean? Unbelievable things, unbelievable conspiracies, etc. Which I have thoughts about. Do you know what I mean? But again, I'm just a normal, like for me, I'm just a normal person that loves football and I love talking. That's one thing I would say about me. And I've always been told it from primary school. I've always been told you need to stop talking, put your hand up before you talk, do this before you talk. My mum used to always say to me the saying, think before you speak. And again, I just love talking, and sometimes it can come back to bite me in the ass. But sometimes, like now, I love it. Do you know what I mean? I've been live for half an hour, and again, I was tired when I started, as I mentioned, and I am still quite tired now. But I'm quite high energy now. It's not as high energy as the football streams where it's like for example with Baz, where we're flowing conversation about football, but your private account is really something. Yeah, it proper is, Robbie. Like when I'm saying, I really wanted a private account, Twitter wouldn't allow me to create one, Robbie. At one point, it just kept not allowing me. But most of the things that I tweet on there, like are real things, like real experiences, real things that have happened. And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? Or real thoughts where I'm thinking things. And I was tweeting these on my main account at one point, but I was losing followers and losing like big accounts following me. So, and eventually it led to me getting suspended on my old account. So, yeah. Robbie, can I just ask you a question, by the way? Because I know it was like maybe let's say a month ago, maybe you found my channel, maybe 3 weeks ago now. How was it you found my channel? Because I remember the Fabrizio Romano video was getting views up until a few weeks ago. It it stopped getting views after a few weeks of the video being released, and then it went up by a few hundred within a space of 2 weeks, and now it stopped getting views again. Was it via that and you recommended, or was it via just me saying FB on Twitter, for example, or which one was it? Because I'm just interested to find out how people find my channel. I'm Rayan, the same question to you, because I know you found my channel. I think was it yesterday or the day before you found my channel. Top three best teams in the world in order. Teams. I'm not going to say clubs. I'll say current teams. Ooh, please don't say United though. Well, Chelsea are number one, aren't they? Because they've just won the best competition that there is to win. So Chelsea won. You've got to say City too, haven't you? And it's going to have to be Liverpool 3, innit? I fell right into that question, didn't I? I hate saying that. I hate saying things like that out loud. It really it's like for example, for example, if people are still slandering like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for example, it still hurts me. It still hurts. It's good to hear that we've all been singing his name at the ground now, which I love. I usually searched up Fabrizio Romano podcast, and it all came up and I enjoyed it, so I subscribe. Cheers for that. Yeah, because again, I was just wondering. I wonder how some people like I know most people find it via my Twitter. So obviously, I know like for example, Jaden Smith. Even going back to like Donny, he found my channel through my Twitter. Shaq found my channel through my Twitter. I'm pretty sure. This was like months and months ago now. But obviously, when I'm getting new people following, I'm really interested to see how you found me, as I'm quite a small content creator. Do you know what I mean? So it's very interesting that. Saw you a few weeks ago on Twitter when you got an email from Fabrizio, and thought I'd check you out. Cheers for that. Yeah. Because I thought maybe he won't respond to my email again. Maybe I'm gonna have to. Maybe it'll take a bit of luck, but he has. And that's gonna. I'm hoping people are gonna, because I remember the last one, and I remember the effort and the time and effort and energy that people put into hyping the last one up. Not just me, but people like Shaq, for example, Flaxton from the group chat that I'm in, and I think Donny knew me at the time. I'm not 100% sure though. There's so many people that hyped it up and spammed news account after news account after news account, so to get the video. I'm hoping people do that again to get it more and more attention and share it to big people. And these nuts. Okay then. Okay. Watched a few videos of yours and thought you were doing really well. I appreciate that, mate. I really do. Honestly, it means a lot. Like sometimes I struggle to know how to show like gratitude and appreciation. Like I'll just constantly say I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate that a lot. Without actually knowing how to show. And I do hope I improve that. And I do hope that you guys see that I am appreciative. Again, I still find it mad. Like I said, 20,000 views, and the way people have welcomed me into a community where I've managed to build a community where people I genuinely like. Sometimes I got involved with a lot of the toxicity, and I'm sure you guys can see from some of the streams where I don't look very happy. In the streams, I'm involved in quite a lot of toxicity on social media, for example, and there's just a lot of toxicity going on where I'm feeling toxic, and everything around me was toxic at that point, like on social media. And I appreciate that I'm now going in a direction where I'm going in a positive direction, and I'm feeling quite positive about things at the moment. Obviously, it's nearly Christmas, so right, that's a good point. Actually, it's nearly Christmas. Is anyone? I will put a tweet out after this stream. I will actually do it. Is there anyone available that can design? So let me just give an example. The United stand have got a green screen design. Is there anyone available or knows anyone in this stream that knows how to do a design for a green screen that's a Christmassy design? Obviously, this is a summery design. This is a chilled vibe. We're just sort of sat here just chilling out. But like a Christmassy design for both football and non-football, and like these podcasts, if that makes sense. Again, I'm not clued up on all this. I really wish I knew how to do all this. Again, the it's so pixelated there, and if you look at the back of my head's pixelated as well. I'd have to get like surrounding lights. Ask Callum or Baz. Yeah, I'll have to ask. I'll ask Callum for sure. I'll message Callum. Thank you for that for them suggestions. I think Baz knows how to do it, but again, I'm not sure. I know something that is to do with some sort of chroma key, I think, on Adobe Premiere Pro, or is it Adobe After Effects? Again, I'm not sure. I'm not clued up with it all. I really wish I was. All right, yeah, I just seen you messaged in the group chat saying Keen not going live. Yeah, I'd literally just got home, I think, at that point. So yeah. But I'm going to speak about what we can take from last night, in my opinion. Now, obviously, the game was like a dead rubber game, for example, where it didn't really matter. However, there's some things that we can take. Now, it's going to sound like I'm slandering this player too much, and I'm not. I put this on my Snapchat story and on Twitter. So things we can take from last night. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is not Man United quality. Lingard has to go. Matic, although played out of position, has to go. Mata has to go. Our club is built off youth, going back to the babes, and now having cousins who have Asian in them means I was very proud to see Zidane Iqbal be the first British Asian player to play for Manchester United. We're through to the knockout stages, and it's exciting times. We move, which I think is the perfect way to put it. It wasn't the best performance. We've sat there in freezing cold, in the rain. It was obviously there was a very different crowd there last night. I think a lot of people Christmas shopping. The weather obviously it sort of made people think maybe I'm not going to go tonight. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter giving tickets away for free, and I want some for £30, etc. So, but for me, the team that I will play against Norwich is De Gea, Varane, Lindelof, Dalot, Telles, Donny, Fred, Bruno. On the right, I'd have Sancho. On the left, I don't know if I'd play Rashford. Maybe I'd play Martial against Norwich, and then Ronaldo. But again, it's obviously a very conflicting sort of thing. Yeah. I've been speaking about this on my private account as well. I don't know if many people in here watch EastEnders. There's a massive storyline being raised on EastEnders right now where there's been a spike in like hate attacks and hate crime and stuff like that. I can't say the actual word. The swastika basically. The group of people that the swastika symbolizes. I can't say the actual word. But that and there's someone, I can't remember his name in real life, the actor. The name in real life is He did it. He did Bad Education. He was in Bad Education, but the casting on EastEnders, it's been a massive storyline. I know Shaq watches it for sure. I've obviously spoke quite a few times to Shaq about EastEnders, but there's a massive storyline raised where hate attacks are going on, and I think there's been a spike. I think it's based off of a true story. I think there's been a spike in like numbers in hate attacks going on. Now it's obviously a horrible thing, but the casting is perfect. And I do hope this storyline comes to an end. I hate the storyline. I hate the character. I absolutely hate it. I'm waffling now, though, so I'll stop waffling about EastEnders as I'm a 19-year-old lad. Can I go lower here? I can't go lower. Make or break for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Been playing week in, week out for 2 years, so I don't expect him to be consistently good. And he also had no one to push him for his spot now. He has resting competition. Yeah. And I think it is make or break. I've been saying for months, and I know he wasn't rotated, and I was saying to my driving instructor, I don't think Aaron Wan-Bissaka is United quality, but then he said, look at Fred. We all thought Fred, he's not even a Premier League player, never mind a United player. But look at him now, he's playing well, playing really well, putting in some monster performances. So maybe Aaron Wan-Bissaka can do the same, and I hope he does do the same. But I'm just not sure that he can. I think Keano said something. Roy Keane said something like Palace wouldn't take him back, and it sort of resignated. Like it sort of for me stuck where it's like, oh, that's a very good point. So I don't expect, but yeah, I think he does have competition now. So let's see if he can cope. No way is he worth 50 million. Yeah, we got robbed for paying 50 million. We've got robbed paying 80 million for Maguire, didn't we? We should. It's about 40 million again. Wan-Bissaka about 25 million. But yeah. I can't believe I've been live for nearly 41 minutes. My auntie and my little cousin will be downstairs now. They went swimming before I drove past them. So that should be good seeing them. We thought they had COVID before a few days ago, so they couldn't come to ours. They were going to come to ours on the Monday, but we thought they had COVID, but they don't, so that's good. Yeah, just keep getting your questions in. I'll stay alive for as long as people are here. There's 5 people in here currently. Remember to leave a like on the stream, guys. We've got 11 likes so far. But would Ralph possibly neglect Pogba and possibly Donny, who could do a better job than Fred? Ralph's system is pressing. Now, Pogba is obviously, very, very obviously, a massively better player than Fred. It's very clear to see, obviously. But does Pogba put in that effort? Pogba's injured at the moment, and he's still in the media saying, I might sign my contract, I might not. His agent's still in the media. Like, just be quiet. This is my point. Like, he's a headache on and off the pitch. We play him at left wing, it doesn't work. It works for the first 2 games, which normally has around 5 good games a season. He's on £360,000 a week, which isn't great. He wants to be the highest paid player in Premier League history. Does he warrant that? Has he put in the performances that warrant that at Man United? Has he? Really? I don't think he has. He will get a chance under Ralph, and maybe, you never know, in 3 months, maybe I could be saying, Jesus Christ, keep this Pogba guy at all costs. Like this version of Pogba, best I've ever seen. Like can boss in the midfield. But right now, I don't have the confidence that that's going to happen. I do hope that will happen. But I think Pogba will be given a chance, yeah. And Donny, I'm sure he'll be given a chance too. He wasn't great last night, but he had 2 midfielders who also had a nightmare game. So, yeah, it's obviously a very conflicting sort of situation in a sense of, again, we need a midfield. We need a defensive midfielder still, who could possibly do a better job than Fred. I think Donny and Fred will be the best midfield going forward until Pogba's fit, at least. Let's say Pogba is in our best midfield that performs consistently, not just ability-wise. Because it's all well and good having ability. It's whether you perform with that ability. Let me give an example of Mario Balotelli at Liverpool. He has the ability, and everyone said he had the ability. And I never wanted him to perform, obviously, but he didn't perform. he didn't perform it. It's not like he was out of his depth. He performed well at City, but he was also interested in other things in life. So he didn't perform it. He didn't have that obsessive mentality. Now Pogba, he does have that obsessive mentality. He led France to winning the World Cup, but again, it's like he doesn't perform consistently enough for Man United. So I can only go off what I see personally. It's not if this and if that, and if he had a CDM, and if he had a world-class manager, and if this, and if he had a good team around him. For how long he's been here? He's been here over 5 years now, 6 years coming into 2022. And has he performed consistently? Then again, you could say, have United performed consistently since then? No. But Pogba came in and basically said, I'll do this myself. Now I know him and Zlatan were good that first season. But has it worked out for £98 million? No, not really. Or is it £89 million? Either way, he was the British transfer record before Jack Grealish. It's not worked out, has it? So for me, I just let him go. And no hard feelings. He'll go somewhere and boss the midfield and do whatever and win things. Of course he will. It's just not worked out. I think he doesn't suit the Premier League. He's such a flair player. You've got flair players like, I don't know who to give an example of right now, but he's such a player where it's like a luxury to have, that he doesn't work in the Premier League, and especially in our team where it's based off effort, energy, desire, passion, etc. Future of Man United looks so exciting. Got the best young team in the world. Yeah, we'll again, even with the youngsters such as Rashford's still quite young. What is he, 23, 24? He's still quite young. We've got Greenwood. We've got Zidane Iqbal. We've got Charlie McNeil. We've got Charlie Savage. We've got what's his name? Garnacho. Why are you ratioing me when a YouTube live chat? We've got Garnacho. I can't even. Is it Garnacho? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Who else have we got now? We've got Alvaro Fernandez. I don't watch the youth team that much, but I do keep an eye on the results. Obviously we've got Ahmad, we've got Ilanga, who I love. Ahmad. I thought he played well last night. I thought Ilanga looked a little bit off the races, but I thought Ahmad played very well. I think Ilanga will develop even more. He looked good in that Wolves game at the end of last season, and I think he will develop more. But hiya, Baz. I hope you're all right, our kid. Let's go up and see if I've missed any here. If it was, I missed this. If it was 05, football has changed a lot since then. Let me hide that now. Police. All right. My stance on Pogba is to let him go no matter how good he is. Tried to make himself look bigger than the club with his agent for far too long. Go back 20 years and we were told to go immediately. Yeah. I completely agree with you. I can't agree more with that. There's a situation where even if he signs the contract, because since 2016, it feels like he's been saying, I might go to Madrid, I might not, I might do this, I might not, I might sign, I might not. But it's like how long are you going to keep going on and on and on? And it's not even something new in the media either. It's, I might sign the contract or I might not. I'll see what happens. Like, right, just see what happens. And we don't need to know. We don't need to know that. Just see what happens. Do you know what I mean? Police Street, sure, is it Shoretire, is it pronounced? I found out how twisted my head there. Found out in I think it was a few months ago. Shoretire is from Newcastle. Thought he was from Manchester at first. Hannibal, Iqbal, the list goes on. Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, Hannibal. I seen. Did he come on? Was it at some point? And he looked really good. Not yesterday. I know it's not yesterday. It's some point. It might have been a youth game that I was watching. Do I start from the beginning or just watch here basically if I missed anything interesting? Just the usual talk, the usual just mental conversations that I have, just flowing conversations about anything and everything. And I was giving some advice to Robbie about if anyone wants to start a YouTube channel. Again, I know I'm not professing to be the best YouTuber or whatever, but I feel like for me, obviously, again, some more advice, just have a positive outlook on things on the channel. There's channels where they've got negative outlooks on things and even conspiracy theory channels, which I watch a YouTube channel called Unveiled. And I remember watching it in 2019, which is when I started watching it, and it's a very good channel. Very interesting. You learn some very good like facts, and some very good sort of interesting conspiracies, like what if this happened, for example. What if there was a multiverse, for example? Just an example there. But let's just say you've got that, and then they've gone into sort of a very sort of weird sort of dimension where they're talking about things like COVID. Like for me, it was a science like sci-fi channel, but now that they're going into more COVID conspiracies, and I am interested in not COVID conspiracies, because I certainly believe in it, that COVID's real, but I'm interested in how the media controls people, how the government controls people, the monarchy controls people, etc. As you'll know, as I've been talking about an awful lot over the past week or two, maybe even more than that now. Garancho it is. Again, I couldn't pronounce his name. Garancho looks a player, not even going to lie. Raw pace and and power, got good finishing too. Kind of just said the two words COVID conspiracy, and you come in the stream. Was you in here? We've been talking about it an awful lot, but was you in here originally? You've come out of your shell now and said COVID conspiracies. Yeah. Nah, but honestly, very interesting conversations to have to do with conspiracies about media controlling people, etc. I'm probably going to sound like a proper mental person at the moment, like thinking about all this, but it is kind of true. I just don't think some people look as deep into it as it can be going. I joined like 15 seconds ago. Haha. All right, fair enough. I will be going off soon. By the way, I will be going. I just said I will be going off like I'm in an Xbox Live chat or something, like I used to be on Xbox 360. I'll be going off soon. But I'll end the stream soon. My auntie and her daughter have just come, so I'll spend some time with them or whatever. I do want to do an episode, by the way, of one of these at some point, where I'm speaking about purely the main topic is mental health and ADHD. I've been looking. I tweeted something last night. I speak about a lot. I've got ADHD, and it doesn't define me. Which I feel like at one point I kept saying, "Oh, this is down to my ADHD. This is down to my ADHD. This, that, and the other one." And that's a very toxic behavior to have, where everything is. Some things definitely are. Some of my behaviors and the way I talk it, and just some of my behaviors that some people might not even notice are. But I do want to do one where I'm educating people about ADHD and mental health, and how likely it is to sort of you. So I found out the other week. I'll give an example. At the moment, I'm waiting to be referred to mental health services. That's something that I've not said on the channel previously. I was going through some bad mental health quite a few months ago now, and I'm still not there yet. I've got a positive outlook on things at the moment, but I'm still not there yet. Now, I have very extreme moods throughout the day, and especially what I would describe it is, so some people, they just sat down in bed and they're happy, but they're just in a chilled vibe. Now, sometimes I'll get like that, but normally there's an in between where I'm very happy, or I'm very like very hyper, or very sort of in a shit mood, where I'm in a bad mood, I'm angry, or I'm passionate, like I'm dwelling on something too much or whatever. Now, obviously, that isn't healthy to do that, and it's not healthy to have them extreme moods. So I think I've got some form of like, maybe it's bipolar, but you are 21% more likely to have bipolar when you've got ADHD, which is an actual fact that I've learned, and I'm trying to learn more about things like that, to speak about things like that. Ever seen Spike Island, bro? It's good. Yeah, you've got the profile picture. The profile picture. So I'm recommending a film to you, like, especially football fans. It's not a football film, but football fans, Stone Roses fans, etc. So it's about a group of lads from Manchester. So a group of 4 or 5 lads, and they're all mates, and They're all trying their best to get to Spike Island, which was a Stone Roses gig. They're all United fans. This was in 1990. So like prime, like Stone Roses. And they're trying to get to the gig. And it's a great film. I would say it's a comedy / drama, but it's very good film. Definitely recommended it. Definitely recommending it. I don't know why they took it off Netflix. It annoyed me that they took it off Netflix. Thanks for the advice. I've been wanting to start a watch along channel, but never knew where to start. Also, do a blog, but barely have any time. Thanks for the advice. Anyway, mate, you know my DMs are always open, and I'll always share your things. Like share your sort of if you start the channel. If you want, I can be on the first video of your channel to help you, or we can join like a Discord call or a call on this software that I use. If you want, just to sort of help you get somewhere with it. Obviously, there's going to be quite a few things which you need to start out first, but I don't mind. Even jumping on a call, like let's say tomorrow, for example, tomorrow's Friday. I'll just give you an example. Like if you just say to me anytime, normally I'm free. I will sort of say to you, I don't normally wake up till about 2 p.m. And then I normally take around 1 or 2 hours to get out of bed, unless it's a day where I've got to get up. But yeah, you know, I'm always up for giving advice. I'm not sure I'm always the best at advice, but again, I'm always up for it. I'm always up for helping you, etc. So yeah, we're really turning into right back Manchester United. Yeah. Oh, RB. I thought you said right back then. Red Bull Manchester United. Yeah, yeah. It's all fucking good. I think when I first watched it in 2013, when I was 8, man, falling in love with the Stone Roses. Yeah, man. Yeah. Definitely. Football fans have to watch Green Street, Football Factories, ID, and the firm of again. Right, interesting story. I've not watched Green Street. I've not watched Football Factories. I've not watched ID, and I've not watched the film. So I've not watched any of them. The football films that I've watched are Goal 2, Jimmy Grimble. I'm sure you all know Jimmy Grimble, especially being from Manchester. It was very big, like very sort of popular around people from Manchester when it first came out. What else have I watched? Obviously watched The Class of '92. I've watched United. It's called United on Amazon Prime, about the Munich air disaster. I've watched the Tottenham documentary. Again, I've not watched all of these films. There's another one that I've watched that I'm forgetting. Bend It Like Beckham. Obviously, I've watched that. I do need to watch. I think I've watched Mike Bassett, England manager, as well. I do not remember watching that, but I'm constantly told that I watched it. You know what? The one he goes 4-4-2, Ricky Tomlinson. Apparently, I've watched that, but I don't remember watching that at all. But I would want to watch it again. I rarely sit down and watch films. I'm more of a series person, so I can switch it off and put it on whenever I like. Although I did start watching Blue Story again the other day. Such a good film. Got added to Netflix a few weeks ago. Yeah, I don't get on my bed till 2, so I'm in the same boat. I'll give you DM if I need any help. All right, yeah. Just anytime, mate. I'll always answer DMs. If there's a time where I'm actually tweeting, but I'm not answering DMs, there's probably because I'm either very tired or in a very bad mood. There's rarely a time where I'm not going to answer your DM. Green Street is totally like Bend It Like Beckham. Isn't it like a gangster film or something? I like the hooligan films more than like Golden Shit. Fair enough. Yeah, I think Escape to Victory, is that the one Pele's in as well? I think he counts his goals from there. But on a real note, I seen that Pele's in hospital. I hope he gets better. It's quite sad that he is obviously quite an old guy, but hopefully he gets better. Green Street is totally like Bend It Like Beckham. Oh, you lot are proper funny, man. The sarcasm that comes from you lot, honestly. I think I learned from the sarcasm that comes from you lot. I do apologise for you, especially Shaq and Robbie, if you're still in here. I know Robbie's still in here. For you waiting on the stream. I know I'd set the stream up for 4 o'clock. However, I had a driving lesson and I completely forgot that I had a driving lesson until today. And I'd already set the stream up, I think last night. I'd set it up at 4 o'clock. So, yeah, I do apologise. Make sure to leave a like on the stream and share with your family and friends, etc. I'm not going yet. I will be going soon, though. Been live for a good hour, which is really good, to be fair. Do you think we should? I'm not falling for that again. You've got to come up with some new ones. I'm not falling for that again, our kid. I did upload the video. I think it got about 100 views, which is good. Obviously, people like them sort of videos. Let me check how many it got. It got 134 views. People like them sort of videos, don't they? Of people sort of being taken a piss out of in a way. But I'm not falling for that again. I didn't get it even after you told me about it. I didn't get it until afterwards when I was sat downstairs on the sofa. I was thinking, I kept saying, "Don't kid it, don't kid it." I kept saying it to myself, and I think, "Oh right," like I had that sort of moment where it clicked, and I was like, "Oh right, I get it now." Blue Story taught me about the reality of life, fake friends. Luckily, I'm blessed and not been dragged into gangs and some mates of mine and end up losing lives. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, man. Yeah, there's a situation where it's like, obviously it's based on that. Like, I remember watching Blue Story, the trilogy. I don't know if you've heard of Blue Story, the trilogy. Obviously, Ratman blew up from Shiro's story, and I always watch Shiro's story even to this day. And I think that taught me not to trust as much as people do. But I was on to Ratman from, I remember when he released the song Promise, and it's about domestic abuse, and then and he released Blue Story Trilogy. That was in like 2013, 2014. That's when I was on to Ratman from, and I've loved him since then. I love his rap ups. I love his Premier League rap, all his storytelling, and obviously the Blue Story film. I went to see it in cinema, so it's so good, and it's obviously for most people that are watching this are gonna sort of I assume relate in a way where people know people that have been dragged into this sort of stuff, and I certainly know people that very, very close to being dragged into that sort of, well, were dragged into that sort of stuff and managed to come out of it. And it's obviously it's a very tough situation. It's based in like knife crime, for example. I was discussing it on Twitter, and it's not just as simple as saying he's got to go to prison, or he's done this, or you've got to stop carrying a knife. First of all, the stats of if you carry a knife means you're more likely to be stabbed, which is obviously quite a tough, obviously stat, and not many people know that. For me, I put a quote on my private account from Blue Story, and it was I retweeted it today. An eye for an eye, sometimes innocents die. Mothers burying their sons, man, that shit ain't right. R.I.P. R.I.P. to all the innocent lives. Hope these youngins wake up and they start seeing the light. There's got to be more education. That's all I'll say on it. There's obviously so many layers to it, and I could get into it. And let's say I was in a real life situation, a real life conversation right now, I probably would get into it. But I'm not sure I want to get into it on here because I've not got all the stats to hand. Some people may feel passionate about it. Some people may get upset talking about this sort of stuff. And I know it's a tough thing to talk about, and it's still tough for me to talk about as well. So it is tough, yeah. Blue Story is so fucking good, and Top Boy 6. I've only watched like the first series of Top Boy, and I'm like, I stopped at like series 2, episode 2. I can't remember why I stopped. I think it just couldn't be asked watching the rest. Anyone watching the Jake Paul fight? I won't be, no, but if you do enjoy it, do you play FPL? If yes, what rank? Do you play Fantasy Premier League, Viraj? And it's nice to see you in the chat. I don't think I've seen you before. I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe and share and like the stream just to support me. Even if you don't watch all the streams, I'd appreciate it. I'll check what rank now. I do play FPL. However, I play it mainly for some fun with my family and friends. I'm ranked in England 1,258,268. Yeah. America has really low knife crime. They're smart with knives, however, they carry guns as an alternative. Yeah. Obviously, gun crime is a massive issue there. Yes, I do. What rank are you, mate? Again, I only play it mainly for fun with my family and friends. However, I'm awful at it. I sort of I give up generally. I don't really focus on it too much. I know some people are like FPL YouTubers, for example. and I could choose to watch them. Someone who follows me on Twitter is an FPL YouTuber, and he's doing well at it as well, I think. But I don't really concentrate on it too much. Hold on. But thank you for coming in the chat, Viraj. I appreciate new people coming in. I remember Ratman's Hope as well about I think the lad was a footballer and he got a brain tumor, and then a Basker Basker is it Busker is it Busker, the one that looked like the bet that like sort of try and get money on the streets. He gave him his like a transplant, a donor, like donor. A donor. I'm not sure what the exact thing is called. And he ended up playing football professionally and meeting him again, which was an amazing story. What one mad story, one like sad thing is that we lost Cadet as a storyteller. I'm ranked for wow, so 537,529. So you're massively above me. Like obviously there's like 537,000 people above you, but like you're massively above me. I've got like you're like 500,000 places above me. That's how bad I am at it. I'm the casual FPL player who starts and stops checking after 2 weeks. Same, Robbie. Same. I would say I don't have time. I do have time. I just don't find the time to do it. Following you since Fabrizio interview. I appreciate that, Viraj. I appreciate that. I will be doing another one as well. On I'm not sure what date it is. It's definitely in January. I've got it as my pinned tweet on my Twitter, on my actual main Twitter account. So there will be another Fabrizio Romano interview or 2 in January. Dad was top 5k in United League the other week. Ooh, Jesus! Wow. So some people are really good at it. Like I just have no idea. I just pick. I spend time. I spend about an hour picking my team and then do fuck all with it all season basically. An hour and 10 minutes been live. I'm glad I did this stream because I've not done one of these in about a month. And one thing I do want to do, as I've mentioned before, is keep that connection between people knowing me. I want people to know me as me and things I'm interested in and things that I'm doing and watching, etc. Again, not much has been going on in life recently, but like I'm enjoying it. It's coming up to Christmas. So it's obviously gonna. I love Christmas. And a lot of people say, Jesus, you love chaos. What I'm about to say, well, like on Christmas morning, and I'm not sure if it's like this with every family, but one thing with my family on Christmas morning, up until about 3 p.m., it's chaos, just chaos. Like everyone, no one knows what's going on. Everyone's shouting, everyone's doing this, that, and the other. It's just chaos. CR7 fan says, "Yo, bro, yo, I hope you're all right, mate." Again, I'm not sure of your name because you've not got your name on there, but I hope you're all right. I hope you're having a good day, and good evening. Whichever time it is for you, I hope you're having had a good day, etc. I'm top 200k and 300k England, 1.3 million overall. Wow, you so much. What am I overall then? Let me see. I am overall 4,380,643. Safe FPL seriously, but I end up doing average. But it's all right. You're so much better than like me, for example. Oh, you're Matt on Twitter. Fair enough. Thank you for coming in the stream, Matt. I appreciate it. I will be ending the stream soon. You've come in for towards the end, but it's been a good stream. If you could leave a like, I'd massively appreciate it. And subscribe if you're not already subscribed. But and I do apologize, guys, for me being pixelated. If you do know anyone in real life, whether that's in real life, whether that's on social media, that can recommend lights or any way for me to not be pixelated, bearing in mind I'm sort of not working. I'm doing this in my bedroom. Bearing that in mind, if you do know anyone, can you sort of DM me on Twitter or let me know on YouTube? Comment on any video and I'll get a notification on YouTube Studio straight away on my phone, and I'll just reply. Robbie, I won't be streaming the Fabrizio thing because what I'm going to want to do is get as much attention to the video as possible. So it will be a pre-recorded video whether I'm still deciding whether to like premiere the video or just upload it. I think I'm gonna just upload it. It will just be uploaded like it was last time. As that's something that I just prefer with this sort of thing. I don't think I'm gonna have the green screen up for that as well, because again, I don't want to be pixelated. I don't want people to think, you know, like that. You don't really want to be like professional with it. Do you know what I mean? Stream be 20 minutes again, bro. Let me just check my email. Just give me 1 sec. And I'll find that for you. I'll be talking to Fabrizio for 15 minutes. And then I'll be sort of talking for around 10 minutes. Again, so what I'm gonna try to do is get that sort of initial 15 minutes in. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get people to suggest me questions, people that I'm very close with on Twitter. People know who they are. So you know, I interact with you a lot. I might ask on my private account to ask him some questions as well, and I'll sort of get loads of questions in my phone notes, and then get the best ones out. So people have got the sort of some questions answered that they want answering, as well as me asking a few questions. And I'll ask family if they want me to ask a few questions as well. So that's what it'll be. I'm going to try to do two videos with him in January. I can't guarantee that that's going to happen. It's definitely going to be one. I've got the facilities available for one at the moment. Yeah, there's bots coming in my stream here. How much does Fabrizio charge? I'm not going to say. That's not my place to say. Again, it's just not. I know you're maybe half joking there. I'd just rather not say there. We need the Hydara exclusive, bro. Yeah, of course. Oh, get. Oh, yeah. That will be a mad one. If I ask him about that and it happens a few days later, that'll be a mad one. That'll be like a yeah. Because now he's on loads of channels. You know what I mean? But like to get on a channel, to get him on a channel with 1.2k subscribers, or 1.1k, whatever it is. It's unbelievable. Like, I still find it unbelievable that I managed to get him on. Yeah. Thank you for understanding. I'd just rather not say there. I just yeah. I will end the stream soon, guys. It's 25 to 6 now. I had a jacket potato for dinner. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have for tea. I might have takeaway again. Ask if he likes mayo and beans. Everyone should like mayo and beans, mate. Everyone. Remember, you got the first information about Varane training that day, and when the media said he didn't. Yeah, I remember that, because I searched up my name and Fabrizio Romano, and it came up. I'm gonna really try after the second video, especially. I'm gonna try to get verified on Twitter with like tweet references. I don't know how to do it. I really don't. I really want to get verified after them few videos, and then my Twitter account won't be as much mad tweets. It will have to be just football mainly, and then on my private account it would be normal live tweets as it normally is. Ask if he likes Stone Roses. Ask if Kine is going to sign for United. Nah. United ain't going to sign a City player. Thoughts on the GOAT, Jake Paul? Wow. Honest thoughts on Jake Paul. Pretentious prick, but like, he's very successful, and I can't deny him of that success. You know what I mean? I can't say he's not successful, can I? Because he is very clearly successful. But it's not my sort of thing. I know what I generally find is it's teenagers, young teenage, well, like very young teenagers that are into it. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's say my cousin Kyle, for example. I think he's 11 or something like that. It'll probably be into it, something like that. It's good that Fabrizio doesn't mind how many subs people have. Yeah, 100%. For him to reply to the email, it was an achievement for me. I didn't, Robbie, and to everyone in here, I didn't believe that it was going to happen, even when he said, yeah, I'm joining the stream at this time, or I'm joining the call at this time, whatever. I didn't believe that it was going to happen until I'd uploaded the video. There was an error with uploading the video at first. I've not told anyone that, except my uncle. I've not said this on stream. There was an error with uploading a video, and I thought, fuck. I was like, oh no. I can't believe it. I was ready to, like, it would have made me feel fucking empty. Do you know what I mean? But luckily I managed to recover it and do it. Hold on. Ask Fab if he likes Fab's the ice. That would be a great question. He probably don't know what they are. Are they available in Italy? Yeah. You should get Statman Baines on. The guy brings views. Statman Baines, let me follow him. I might already be following him actually, but let me just Statman Baines. Yeah, he's got an email. So I'll email him after the stream actually. I'll email him after the stream. Fabrizio is a class guy, humble. Yeah, definitely. Very. What I would say, obviously from experience of doing of talking to him for just 20 minutes. So I was on my bed shaking, like my arms were like that. I think you were in the group chat that I was in at the time. With all the mates and with all the mates and stuff like that, and we were talking about it. I said I've just woke up, my arms shaking when this supposed to happen. Like to be nervous because obviously it's a massive thing to do an interview with someone so big, and like I was nervous up until the point he joined the call, and when he joined the call, I instantly calmed down. It's like he had this calming energy. Obviously, he's been in camera so many more times than me, and in front of so many more people than me in the sense of like he's been on the United Stand, for example, he's been on Stratford Paddock, he's been on this, that, and the other, he's been on Sky Sports. He's been in front of so many more people than me that I was so nervous that and I instantly calmed down. He helped me calm down, and I don't know whether he meant to do that or that was just him and the energy about him. And some people have that energy about them. Let's say you're going to meet someone for the first time. So some people will automatically have that energy where it's like, yeah, I'm calm around this person. I'm chilled. Like I've got a chilled vibe around this person. Yeah, I was into you, bro. You were so nervous. You were nervous, but excited too. Yep. Get Jose on. Jesus Christ. That'll be a proper good podcast. Both of us moaning all the time. Aura. Yeah, exactly. The aura, the energy. And I do believe in things like that. Some people might say, oh, you're talking shit. Like, let's say I said this to a mum, for example. She might go, oh, you're talking pure shit. But it's a very real thing. Like it is. It's the vibe, the aura, the energy around people. It's very chill. If someone's very chilled energy, for example, if two people are nervous, both of you are going to be nervous. But if someone's got a very calming energy, very sort of chilled vibe around them, then people are going to be chilled in it. Like that's just the way it is. And if someone's very angry, you're likely to be angry around them. It just is what it is. Get Ollie on. Yeah, I'd absolutely love that. I'd want to give him a virtual hug and just say, it's all right, mate. You tried your best, mate. True. Would you ever get Goldbridge on? Probably, yeah. I would like to do a Q&A with him. I would like to say, like, I would like to say sometimes when like there's no need to be as negative as you are, in my opinion. But some people, everyone's different, aren't they? Like everyone is definitely different. He has obviously got a very successful channel that's I'm never going to be as successful as that. Do you know what I mean? He's probably a millionaire by this point. But at the end of the day, like everyone's different, aren't they? Let's just leave it at that. I like to think of myself, especially about football, especially. I like to think of myself as having a very positive outlook. Football's a very sort of it's a pastime, and it is like that's what it is. And it's and I know some people say it's everything. It is everything. Obviously, my channel's called Football Obsession. I'm obsessed with football. I'm tweeting about football most of the day. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I like to have a positive outlook on it. I don't know how to explain it. Dream podcast guest would be to get Scott McTominay on. Yeah, of course. Scott McTominay or what's his name? Tariq Lamptey. Tariq Lamptey's got his DMs open. I'm still wondering whether to DM him. Get Theo Baker on or Ollie Ball or Jacob. See, if, let's say Ollie Ball or Jacob asked me, I'd probably say yeah. But I probably wouldn't contact them and say, can you come on my podcast? With Theo Baker, his fucking podcast, the Waffling podcast, class podcast. I've not watched it recently, but it's class. Yeah, you Goldie on his 2 days break attention. Yeah, yeah, the massive tension that we had. DM him, mate. Why not in it? I might as well DM him. I'm right now. I'm just thinking maybe there's no point to put. He probably won't answer, but I might explain to him like I'm a massive fan of yours. Despite being a United fan, I am a massive fan of yours. I would love to get you on the podcast and do a Premier League game with you. We wouldn't obviously. If there's a situation where I can't talk about Brighton in that podcast, I wouldn't talk about Brighton in that podcast. That's the way it is. You know what I mean? Like, for example, Ben Foster doesn't talk about Watford on his channel. Well, he hasn't for months now. But yeah, you can be a millionaire, bro, believe. Hopefully I win that Euro Millions or the lottery, or my uncle does for sure. You watch the Ashes. No, I don't watch cricket personally. I don't watch any other sport other than football. I'm not sure why. I've just never really been able to get into any other sport, and that's not like, oh, I'm saying this sport shit. Maybe you'll see on my Twitter, I'll start dissing F1, for example. And I like to do things as a joke and sort of just push buttons a little bit sometimes. And people know that, like Matt was saying about the tension. Like sometimes I like to just push buttons and see what people are saying. But no, I don't watch any other sport other than football personally. Big up, bro. Keep pushing for that 4,000 watching hours. Yeah, that's something that right now is a massive thing that I'm working towards. Let's say let's say 3 years ago, for example, I would have Googled how to get it quickly. But right now, I'm chilled. I'm working towards it. I'm excited for when that day comes. And when that day comes, it's going to be a massive achievement. Hello, DD Graphics. DD Graphics, I've got a question. I know you're in a group chat with me as well. So, number one, I don't know if you're going to know this. I know you're just a graphics guy. But so you see how it's very pixelated here. So, right, let me record how my light looks in my room right now. How it looks. Right, just give me a sec. Right, so this is how it looks right now. Give me a sec. That's how it looks right now, yeah. So, right, so it looks like that, but the bright light is like that, yeah. DD Graphics. So I've saved that. If I need to send it on DM, I will. So it's pixelated here in the back of my head, as you can see now. I've got a bright light in my room, and I've got a ring light as well. Number one, is there a way I can get it to stop being pixelated? And number two, do you know how to design green screen graphics? So, for example, the United stand have a green screen graphic. Do you know how to design it so it's a Christmas design or etc.? It's a very random question, and I've just hit you with a question as soon as you've come in, and I apologize for that. If you need me to DM you with that video, I will. But yeah, I just thought I'd ask because I really want to sort that out. I will actually, to let you guys know, and only 7 people in here right now. There will be a video. It'll probably be a 5-minute video, and when I say 5 minutes, maybe not even 5 minutes, that will be uploaded on Christmas Day. I will not. Let's have it right. I will not be recording on Christmas Day. I will pre-record it and schedule it to go up on Christmas Day. In order to, it'll just be a thank you. Like a thank you video for how I've been supported this year. Keep grinding, bro. You'll get there. John McGinn will be a good on a podcast. He's a legend. Yeah, he seems a funny guy as well from clips I've seen. You can design the green screen edits. I appreciate that. You don't have an idea about the pixelate issue. Would you need me to pay you? It's guess like I've not got money right now. Like obviously right now I'm looking for a job. But I've not got money right now. I don't know if you'd need me to pay you again. I'd appreciate if you could design like a few graphics, not graphics, edits or whatever, and put them like Christmas designs, and then designs for just in general. So when it's not Christmas, but that would be absolutely amazing if you could do something like that. Decent phone, that yeah, it's an iPhone 11. Funny story about this phone. So I was using a Samsung, of like a very small Samsung. I just didn't have a phone at the time. And this was last year, June. Yeah, up to last year, June. And I got this phone in June. So my mum entered a giveaway for someone my mum knows was giving this away on Facebook. It costed it was like a raffle, it costed £10 for one entry. And she entered I think it was a few times. She paid, I think twice she entered. And I had a feeling that my mum would win it. I had like a weird feeling. I said, "You're going to win this." And she said, give me this. She said, sorry, I've lost my train of thought there. She said, just don't get your hopes up that you'll win it. But I had a feeling, and she said, I'll give you the phone if you win it. She hates iPhones anyway. And I won it. So iPhone 11 for £20. That's an interesting story. DM me. I'll DM you as soon as the podcast finishes. I've got a few things to do. Like I said, to do with the podcast. I'll go downstairs. So it may take around 10 minutes for me to DM you. And you'll do it for free. I massively appreciate that, DD Graphics. I appreciate that. Shout out to my mum. Yeah, I talk about my mum a lot. Very close. Yeah, massive shout out to her. I'd love to get her on a podcast at one point, but again, she probably won't join. But it would be amazing to get her on. I appreciate everyone for coming in the chat, by the way. And sorry for hitting you with that question instantly, DD Graphics. I appreciate you saying yes for that. That will be a massive thing for me. That I will end the stream there then, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to email Statman Baines, and I'm also going to what else am I going to do? I'm going to DM DD Graphics, and what else was I going to do? I was going to do something else, and I forgot what I was going to do now. I hope you're having a good day, lad. I hope you're having a good day, Colin. You've just come in for the last minute of the stream. I was going to do something else, and I can't remember what I was just going to do. Spent £900. All right, see you later. I'm going to end the stream there. If you want to go back and watch it, Colin, I'd appreciate that. But make sure you leave a like, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your family, and have a nice evening. See you later.